So, the first coach of the 2024-25 season has been fired, and the surprising part is that it's Jim Montgomery of the Boston Bruins. So, I have not really talked about Boston that much this season. I haven't made any videos on the Boston Bruins. I was planning on doing that soon. Now I get the opportunity to do so now. Yeah, this team has been very underwhelming. They have gone 8-9-3 to start the season, 19 points in 20 games played. They're at that point where they really need to go on a win streak here. Otherwise, I think they might miss the playoffs in what is a very competitive Atlantic Division. Now, hypothetically, if they were a team in the Western Conference and they started off with that record, there's a pretty good chance you could come back from that and still make the playoffs. But in the Eastern Conference, it's a huge climb. And I think that what we've seen from the Bruins, they're lucky to be just one game below 500 because a lot of time in these games, they have played pretty horrendously. It seems like the middle six does not care. The fourth line looks good. The top line looks solid. It's just the middle six guys that really are not performing. Lindholm's not performing. Zacha's not performing. A lot of the guys who are big name players have not performed. And most notably, one of the things that I've also noticed in the third period, they have been absolutely atrocious. That's probably been their worst period, even though they've had a few comebacks in that period, but they have gone points in games where they won't even get a shot for over 20 minutes. Like in the game against the Senators, they didn't get a shot for almost half of the freaking game. And does it all lie on Montgomery? No, of course not. I'm not saying that here whatsoever. It lies on the players as well. There are players who are having slow starts, and it did come out that they were a little bit hesitant to fire Montgomery because of not holding these guys accountable for having these slow starts. And apparently Montgomery has a pretty good reputation in the Bruins locker room, which should not be a surprise there whatsoever. And I believe that this is probably going to end up being the right move because you see that coaching changes sometimes do benefit teams in the long term. Not saying that it is, again, it's going to have an impact on Boston like it did on the Oilers or, other teams like that. But again, this is a good team. This is a solid roster. And to any of the Bruins fans who go off to a 500 start and saying they should tear it down, you are insane. You are absolutely insane. Hypothetically, you can't even do that either because all of you guys are on such long-term deals. You guys have never experienced pain. No, well, I shouldn't say that. You guys haven't experienced pain in missing the playoffs for like 10 straight years. A lot of the Bruins fans who are saying that they need to tear it down after the start. I think this might be the right move for them. And I think bringing in Joe Sacco, who's been a assistant coach for a very long time, since like 2014. He got named the associate coach earlier or at the beginning of this season, and now he gets the opportunity to be the head coach of this roster and try and pick this team up and bring them to the playoffs. Now, the rest of November is not that difficult for them either. They have some relatively easy competition, but again, they proved that can be pretty hard against the Columbus Blue Jackets last night. So, overall, I think it's the right move. There are a lot of factors in why the Bruins have struggled to start this season. I do believe Montgomery is one of them. I also would blame the middle six. I would blame Jeremy Swayman as well, partially the blue line. I think there's a lot of people at fault, and it's not just Jim Montgomery, but this is the first part. If things don't pick up, we could see something else happen. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching. Comment down below what you guys thought about the Montgomery firing. Is it deserved? Is it not? He had a pretty good record in Boston apart from this past season. But again, it shows how short the leash may be for some coaches. So thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe down below if you're new. And I will see you guys in the next video.